All right, boys. We're out here at the fucking Hilton in Atlanta this evening. Had to fly in for a quick training. Yeah, it was whatever. But we got ourselves a Diet Coke, some fucking fried bananas and a water. And just felt like talking this evening. So, I want to talk about a realistic approach to life outside of going to college. So if you're watching this, you're probably 16 upwards to 24, which if you're 24, still not too late to listen to this. I think you can still get value from it. So, but if you're watching this, I'm guessing you're somebody that's on the entrepreneurial mindset. It's kind of like the fuck the matrix type guy, right? And doesn't want to go to college. And you're probably in a position where you should go to college, i.e. your parents are paying for it, they're wanting you to do it, you're smart enough to get scholarships, yada yada. I was in the same boat, right? But after I've been in the workforce since I was 18, I'm 21 now, so 3 years, I know for a fact that college is 100% a waste of time if you're someone like me, which I think you are if you're watching this. So, your first framework that you should focus on in your head is the fact that all good things take time, a lot of time, and a lot of times, a lot more time than you think. I've found that anything I ever thought would take 6 months usually takes a year to 2. Don't get me wrong. You can accomplish a crazy amount of shit in a month. But quitting because something didn't happen in an amount of time is the worst thing you can ever do for yourself or your future, okay? So, come into it with the mindset that if you really want to be a cajillionaire and escape the matrix, you should be able to work your entire life doing it or trying to do that and be okay dying, not accomplishing that, knowing that you tried your entire life as hard as you could to do it, because that's all you wanted to do, right? That's all I want to do is break out, make $1 million, bajillion dollars, not go to work every day, not answer to the system. And if I spend my entire life undoubtedly 100% trying to do that, and I die trying to do that, I'm gonna die having lived a good life and die happy, okay, with no regret. When you are gonna die with regret, when I'm gonna die with regret, is when I kind of fucked off for 10, 20 years and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna break out, but I never really did, right? So you have to understand that all good things take time, but you can't lose your sense of urgency. You cannot lose your sense of urgency, and you have to eliminate your sense of scarcity. Understand that if you live the right lifestyle and you make the right decisions every day, disciplined decisions, you're gonna be okay. I promise you, bro. Okay? So, that being said, here's 3 actionable steps that you can take to get on the right path outside of going to college, okay? So let's say you graduated. Let's say you graduate this summer, right? It's February now. Let's say you graduate in May. Or I guess early June. So there's multiple things you can do. There's multiple things all these successful gurus online have done. A lot of people, like these gurus, will try to sell you a course and say, yo, don't get a job, bro. Fucking live in your parents' basement and just grind out Shopify. 100% possible. Not saying it's not. But you need to understand that it's going to be pretty fucking tough and it's going to be pretty rare, okay? A more realistic approach to this while staying on the same right mindset is going to be leaving your hometown. For me, best decision I ever made, and I really didn't even make it for myself. Shout out Unc Pat Finney for hooking me up with a good job outside of town. And it wasn't really a good job. I made it a good job, but shout out him for getting me a job in general, okay? And that job was a construction laborer in Florida. For those of you that don't know, I'm from Montana, so I moved all the way across the country for a $19 an hour, 60-hour-a-week job building a reservoir. I didn't even know how to spell reservoir, okay? 3 years into it with the same company, I make well over $130,000 a year. I'm an engineer without going to school. I became an engineer from a laborer, bro, because I showed up every day and I was eager to learn, okay? So I'm going to advise you to look into the world of per diem. For those of you that don't know, per diem is tax-free living expense pay that companies like the company I work for, traveling construction companies, will pay their employees, to essentially work away from home, okay? An average budget, let's just say $100 per diem a day on top of your normal hourly or salary pay, okay? So that's roughly $3,000 extra a month, tax-free, that you can use. Well, it's meant to be for living expense, but I know a lot of people use their normal salary. They equate their living expense out of their normal salary, right? So let's say your normal salary is $6,000 a month. On top of that, you're going to get $3,000 tax-free. Okay, that is the money that you're going to put aside, you're going to learn with, you're going to stack with, okay? That is the mindset you need to carry. So actionable step number 1, I would say, is move out of your hometown and find a high-paying, labor and hour-intensive per diem paying job, whether that's on the oil rigs, whether that's at the refineries, whether it's with a company like this. Shout out Phillips and Jordan, that it builds big projects. Heavy civil construction is what it's called, okay? I've built multiple reservoirs. Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, but those are heavy civil construction type jobs, man. You can easily make $25 an hour and $150 a day per diem. Doesn't seem like much, but when you're working 60 to 80 hours a week and you're getting double time on Sundays, and that's another thing, bro. If you really want to make it, you need to be comfortable with working every single day in your 20s, okay? There is not a single day in my 20s, unless I'm on like some type of trip back home or something, that I'm not working. It's Saturday right now, I'm working. Tomorrow, I'm gonna hop on a plane, get right back to work, okay? So, the thing is that when you're working these overtime hours and shit, $25 an hour stacks up, man. I'm talking 70 hours a week at $25 an hour with $100 a day per diem. That's gonna come out to like $2,600 tax-free. Let me think about that. More like $2,300, maybe $2,200 after, and I said tax-free, but I meant after tax, okay? So, who the hell's 18 years old? A normal 18-year-old's making probably $800 a month, okay? And they're spending a fuck ton of money going to school and partying and all that bullshit. Fuck that. You're gonna move away. You're gonna get a high-paying construction per diem job, similar to mine. You're gonna make $2,000 a week. That's like 10 grand a month, okay? Well, 8 grand a month, but every other month you get five paychecks in there, right? So you're gonna make 100 grand a year as an 18-year-old. That's unheard of. I mean, I make more money than the people that I compete with at work are 20 years older than me. Let me say that, okay? So you're gonna make a lot more money than anyone that you know, and you're gonna continuously learn and you're gonna experience the world. I think it is a great thing, okay? I think it's a great thing as long as you don't lose your entrepreneurial mindset and you don't stop trying to make some sort of side income. Okay. Second, you have to get as physically fit as you possibly can. That's the second actionable step. Because without your body, you have truly nothing. You don't have your mind, you don't have your soul, you don't even have your health. Okay? So, you need to become as fit as possible, and you need to maintain that, and you need to work hand in hand, being physically fit works hand in hand with being spiritually and mentally fit. Because of discipline, okay? Working out every day builds your discipline and helps you build discipline in other areas of your life. All right? So get as physically fit as possible and maintain it. Become obsessed with it and know that it is very hard. In 5 years, you're not going to look like you thought you're going to, but you're still going to look pretty good, okay? And I would say the third actionable step, and excuse me, I'm just raw dogging this, I don't really have a script or anything, but I would say the third actionable step, the one that I struggle with the most is chasing biddies, bro. You got to quit chasing biddies, because here's the deal, bro. This is something I'm coming to terms with, and it sucks, but you need to quit chasing biddies, because the person that you are today attracts the women that the person that you are attracts, okay? So if you're not someone that you're proud of, you're probably not going to attract women that you're proud of. I oftentimes find myself with a couple sleazeballs, I'm not going to lie, man. And it's like, yeah, you know, you should still go talk to chicks and whatever. It's like, yeah, you definitely should. But understand that the man you are attracts the women that are attracted to the man you are. So, a lot of people are like, oh man, there's no good girls out there. This society's fucked up. It's like, no, dude, you're fucked up. I'm fucked up. We gotta lock in, fellas. We gotta lock in. So, what I'm gonna say is, quit chasing chicks until you get your bag up. And when I say bag, more than just cash, man. More than just cash. I'm talking spiritual. I'm talking your bond with God, which I'm still struggling with. And I'm talking the strength in your soul, okay? And understand that when you truly are working hard to become the man that you want to be, and truly working hard to build that relationship that man that you want to be would have with God, God's going to place that woman in your life. Prime example, my buddy, best friend, my brother, okay? He's dialed. Last year, he was 100% locked in. And he's still locked in. He's the most locked in person I know, hands down. Shout out Brady. But, he was locked in, man, with God, with his grind, with his spirit, with his soul. And next thing you know, God delivered him on a silver platter the woman of his dreams, bro. And they're still together. The moment they met, it was like, yep, that's it. And they're still together, bro. They just bought a house together. At 19 years old, bro. These motherfuckers are crazy. But they're meant to be. And I'm excited for their wedding. And that's a prime example of if you lock in, you're going to get the woman that you deserve for that period of your life. Okay? And absolutely the exact same on the opposite. If you don't lock in, you're going to get the woman that you deserve for that period of your life. So yeah, guys, you just need to understand that life is tough and it's always going to be tough, and that's what makes it so great, right? There would be no meaning in sun if there wasn't for rain, okay? So you need to understand that everything you do in life is going to have adversity in it. But without adversity, the calm days would be meaningless. And I truly believe that. Okay? So get good with God, get good with your family, get good with your finances, get good with yourself. Okay? And I hope you enjoyed these 3 actionable steps to get you closer to your goals in 2025. Lock the fuck in. Let's go, boys.